share your heart. Say, there must be a way that I can have the best day possible, the day that I would have if I could step out of my own way, if I could just not get in the way of my relationship with my source and just let them have the day through me. There must be a way for me to have that day. I return my will to that which created me, and then I want to see what that journey is. I want to go on that journey. I've had people say to me, like, how did you do what you're doing? How did you do that? How did you get where you are? And I'm like, well, I pretty much gave my will back to the Creator and surrendered fully, took a shit ton of mushrooms, and discovered the truth. And they're like, it seems a bit much because I've got this business that I'm running, and I need to make money because I've got this mortgage. And what do they think they're looking at? Do they think that I didn't have that scenario? And then fast forward a year and a half to now, I'm not living in my marital home. I've been on a journey for a year and a half, not knowing anything. I didn't know anything. I literally didn't know anything. I didn't know what was coming next. I went to Shasta, I went to Hawaii, I went to India, I went back to Hawaii, I went to Shasta, I went to New Mexico. I mean, who knows? God knows. God only knows. This is how, like, and I've heard people say, yeah, but we can't all do that. Why not?
Everyone can.
You can. You just choose not to. You're making a bunch of excuses up because you're saying, well, I've got this job that I hate, and I've got this mortgage that I'm tied down to for 25 years, and then every Sunday I have to go and see these parents that I bicker with because we don't know how to communicate and be honest with each other, and then I'm like resentful about the things that I say I will do because I don't really want to do them, and I don't know how to say I don't want to do them, and I was kind of over that. I did it. I'm not saying I don't know it. The reason I get to be such a powerful mirror now is because I handled my shit, and I went for full transparency. I took complete accountability, and it's actually really fun. It's a really fun journey because you're with the Creator, and they're working with you, and every time you get it right, oh boy, it's not a reward. It's the return to your glory. It's what you are. It feels really good not to be stuck in a bunch of ideas, running like a hamster on a wheel. I mean, oh, get me off here. I remember sitting there a few times and being like, looking up and being like, oh, if there is a God, please take me now because I'm so fucking bored. And you buy a house, and your house becomes your prison, and you're locked down into this contract, which means someone conned you into traction, so they've got their claws in you for 25 years. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Now moments, 25 years worth. That's a lot of now moments. That's a lot of procrastination. I'm not going to call buying a house and a job something successful when I know it's just a form of procrastination and not handling your authentic truth. Because when you find what you're really here for, it thrills you viscerally, and everything about it is it's just so good. It's so good. It fires you up at the end of a big day. You're like, I can't sleep. I'm so fucking fired up right now. I just want to have a conversation, and I need to come down a bit because I'm just so high right now. And it's incredible. I've sat down in festivals and read tarot because people love tarot. I don't know why, but they love tarot. But I've sat and I've read for like 6 hours constantly because everyone wants their answers. And at the end of it, I come home and you'd think I'd be pooped. No, I'm like a child with ADDT, whatever the hell it is. I've got that thing that they label kids with. It's just what we are. We're infinite consciousness, and when we're set free to just flow, we're incredible. But when we confine ourselves to habitual lifestyles and stick ourselves in crappy jobs and commit to relationships when we don't even know how to communicate with that person, good luck with that. That's not authentic. It doesn't matter how nice your house is. Are you sleeping good?